Let's get it here. Let's draw our support and resistance areas right here. Just extend this over. Our 15-minute directional bias, break of this low right here. So we're bearish. Don't know why it says bullish, but 15-minute is bearish. 30-minute break of this low here. And want to break and close of that low. So we're bearish there. All time frames are bearish. Let's go to a 5-minute, see what we have here. Okay. Good for draw out this gap. 5-minute bearish FEG, and then we have a bullish FEG right here. All right. Let's go on the 1-minute time frame. See if we have any inversions. This here we have a bearish FEG. This here bearish FEG. Let's put a 5 right here, just letting us know it's a 5-minute time frame. There's a bearish FEG here. Let's go to 5-minute. It's like we kind of had this break right here of this candle. So let's do there wasn't any resistance right here, so I wouldn't consider this a true breakout candle. So we have on the 1-minute. So let's see, 5. Probably gonna try and break through this right here. This here we have a bearish FEG. See, broke through, became a bullish inversion. have another gap right here. There's 5 on it. Mhm. See if we could get a breakout right here. The only thing is we're trading at this support level. So the one. So we're on this support level right here. So all these wicks bouncing off. This one came back down. This one's bouncing back up. Let's say if we get a candle that pushes down, we get strong push down here, close over this support zone and close over this 13 EMA, I would take a break of this candle right here. Consider it a breakout since we have a strong resistance pushing up. We need a stronger candle push back, push down, and close over. So that would be a trade that I would take there. Let's go 1 minute. See what we have here. Price is just going to consolidate around this area. Right here we have consolidation. Right here until it breaks out to one side. Maybe to the lower side. It went back up, retested this support resistance area right here. Back, retest, and then it failed to push up. So then we're in a downtrend on all time frames. 15-minute, we should be on a bearish. This most recent breaker structure right here. Otherwise, he'll try to push up. So let's wait and see what happens. If not, let's see. We could take this. This right here could become a bullish inversion. Bearish gap becomes bullish inversion. Check out where the EMAs, SMAs are. It's pointing to be bullish. If we have a break and close over this resistance right here, or this support zone on the 5 minute, then I would take a short as a breakout, but there's still some resistance over this 13 EMA, so let's see what happens. If it does, I would take a short position if it closes kind of like down here. So if it closes down here, TP somewhere down. Let's see if we get a strong push downwards. Still some resistance here. Just gonna put alert right here just in case it breaks this high or this candle body on the 1 minute. All right, and then we have, let's see, 15-second liquidity. 15-second liquidity right here. So possible setup. All right, let's see here. My audio is not working. All right, took this out. I want this candle to close over here. This becomes a bullish inversion. So we get a pullback. That's a good close over this candle body high. This candle body high right here, close over it with that green candle. All right. So we're looking for a pullback right here, and then we'll look for longs to this 5 minute gap. Just gonna put alert right here in case it pulls back. And then on the 15-second, it took out 15-second liquidity to the left over here. But let's see if we get an entry. It's also a bullish gap sitting inside that bullish inversion. Somehow my Spotify isn't working. Let's just test sound.
This ultimate video course, you will learn.
Okay. I think I fixed it there. Spotify. So I have these 1 minute bearish FEGs right here. This right here is the candle body high that created this bearish FEG. So if price breaks through, we might be able to use this as an inversion. It's just sitting close to this 1 hour resistance zone up at the top here. A lot of wicks in these areas right here. So let's go back to the 1 minute. Price wasn't able to pull back down to this gap, this inversion right here, this version zone. I might invert this guy right here. So mark out 15-second liquidity. Here's one right here. And then there's one at the top here. 15-second liquidity. unless on the 5-minute price is able to close and break over this 13 EMA, and then we'll look for a breakout setup on the 5-minute to push downwards. Right now on the 1-minute it's still bullish. On the 5-minute it's overall bearish. Let's see what price wants to do. Right here on the 1 hour or on the 1 hour time frame, we have this resistance zone right here, and then this zone right here. Two zones pretty close to each other. Looks like it's pulling back into this. This is bearish gap becomes, sorry, bullish gap becomes bearish inversion. Pulling back into this bullish inversion zone here. I would be careful of this right here if it forms. I wouldn't take a trade into a stacked. You have a bearish FEG, and then you stacked on top of a, I don't know why this keeps saying 5. Let's delete that. I'm just gonna delete this alert right here since we're right here. Whenever you have a bearish inversion and a bearish gap stacked on top of each other, they're pretty strong. $13 EMA is sitting right at this level, so entry would be around here, right inside this stacked bearish area. I would just be careful. On the 5-minute, I would want a drop and close over this 13 EMA. If that's the case, I would look for some shorts. TP would be 1-to-1, and then stop would be right at this candle high. So that's what I'm looking for on the 5-minute time frame for that setup. On the 1-minute, I'm looking to take off on this inversion, right? This bullish inversion. The only thing is we have this 1-minute bearish zone right here. Let's see, we got 32 seconds left on this candle. It's got 20 seconds. It would need a big push down over this 13 EMA for me to take the break of that close for some sells. So possibly the next candle still hasn't tapped into this bullish inversion zone yet. All right, so I'm gonna adjust this here. What I'm looking for price to do is this red candle to close over this 13 EMA, and then we'd look for a short position right here. Targeting this volume peak right here. See how it drops and then peaks back up. I would go for it. Let me see, a 1-2-1. If it closes over, that's where I would enter. Let's see what happens with price. Hasn't tagged the bullish inversion yet. So one drop and then close over this 13 EMA, and then there'll be our entry for shorts on the 5-minute. On the 1-minute, you have a bearish FEG on top of a bearish FEG on top of a bearish inversion. The price is going to hold this area right here. Go back to the 5-minute. Looking for that drop and close over the 13 EMA. If it drops and closes over the 13 inside the bullish inversion, I'll look for a pullback to take out that high of that candle where it dropped, and then we'll continue downwards for an entry at that original close, break over 13 EMA, and then close over it. So mark out this bullish FEG right here, just in case we use it if it's usable for a bearish inversion. See if we get that drop that we're looking for. We got 15-second liquidity sitting at the top here. And we'll just keep adjusting this candle high right here. Let's see what happens. The 1 minute is still holding this zone. There's that drop there, tags the bullish inversion. I wouldn't take the trade off the bullish inversion though, just because you have this big sell area right here. This would be a breakout. I want it to close somewhere up here so I could take the shorts to target down here. So we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left for a see if we could close over this 13 EMA. And if can close over this bullish inversion as well, then that'll be good. We'll get in right where it closes. Would have to close below this 13 or below this bullish inversion, and then also below this 13 EMA. So at bare minimum, right in this area right here, somewhere below this. If it closes inside of the bearish inversion, I want it to trace back up, take out that high, and then continue back down for entry. A stop entry for shorts where it originally closed at inside the bullish inversion. I would consider this a breakout strategy. You have consolidation, resistance right here, pushing price up, and then you have this red candle breaking out of that, all these buyers right here, breaking out of this 13 EMA against all of these buyers to go short. So high would be right here. That's where the stop would be. We have 1 minute and 53 left. So let's see what happens. If we enter and then it hits this support zone, I would trail it on the 15-second time frame. Looking for that close and break over on the 1 minute. If this bearish or this bullish inversion is destroyed, then I'm just gonna delete it, and then we'll take because then we have another minute. Yeah, it looks like it closed. We're open right outside of this, so this is no longer good. Yeah, it even closed outside of it on the 1 minute, so this is no longer good. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So on the 5 minute, we're just looking for this close over this 13 EMA for the entry. We'll do a limit order. If it does close over it, and we'll enter where it closes over this 13 EMA, this white line. So I'll zoom in to see. Okay, put a limit order there. So it pulls back and tags us in. And so we're looking to target 1 to 1. Be right here. Volume profile, it slopes down, and then so we'll target this right here, this peak. All right, we're in the trade. See how this plays out. This is a bearish inverse right here. It's good setup. Lots of bull pressure right here. This candle strong close over the bull pressure over 13 MA, sitting inside this bearish inversion, bearish FVG, and then tag this bearish inversion right here on the 1 minute. See if we get a drop. So we're targeting this little peak down here. See, lock this in. Need some really strong sell pressure here. A large drop and break through this support level towards TP would be good. If it hits the golden zone right here, we'll draw the 15. The 15-second. If it rips right through it, that'd be good. Or even better. But if it taps it, we at least have a break-even trade. There we go. See if it continues downwards. Oh wow. Holy crap. That was a big spike. Yeah, that's from the support zone. I didn't expect the spike to be that big. That's why you trail that 15-second candle. Alright, that's good. We profit a little bit off of that. This is a crazy spike up. That was a good trade. Got some profits off of that one. Let's see what's happening on the 1 minute. So we have this bearish gap right here. Why does it keep showing this 5 on here? I'm gonna make a video later, sometime near the end of this week, how to draw support and resistance zone on the higher time frame. Just cause stuff like that, when you take a trade or you're short in this position here, you just never know what you're gonna get when you hit the zone. If this zone wasn't here, then be like, what happened there with that spike? It's a lot of shorts in this, or bearish structure in this area. 1 minute gap, 1 minute gap, 1 minute gap, all sitting on top of each other in a bearish inversion zone. So it came back down, retested this area right here. Ideally, if it ripped through it towards TP, that would be good. We just needed a big drop, but it was just kind of stalling in that area right there, and then we tried the 15-second. Here you have a supply zone at the top here. See, we could catch one more good setup. it presents. Go back to the 1 minute time frame. Looks like price came back and held. This supply zone looks like it held price downwards. So wicked off this. It's got like a tweezer top here off the supply zone. It's gonna come back down, retest it. Eventually, with all this sell pressure, everything's bearish right now, and you got a bunch of sell pressure right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it broke through and then continue downwards, or sweep all these buyers right here and then continue back up. So we have 1 minute. I'm just gonna mark out 1 minute liquidity here. There's another one down here. We're taking inversion setups and we're looking for shorts. We would target 1 minute liquidity. Otherwise we would target this 5 minute gap if it's nearby. If we're trading below the gap is already broken right here, then we'll target this 1 minute liquidity down here. Price right now, it's gonna consolidate in between these two areas. Retested this support zone, pushed back up, failed to continue to push up, and had a bunch of sell pressure in this area to push price back down to retest this this support level right here. Yeah, look at this 5-second candle. Right on the 23 points, 5 seconds. Right on this support level right here. If we're looking for a bullish inversion, I wouldn't take any bullish inversion trades in these areas until all these these bear structure are broken. So the best one would be if you use this one right here. If it broke through and then continued up, we'd use this as a bullish inversion zone right here after it broke everything else, and then target this 5-minute gap and just watch out for this resistance gold bar at the top. Go back to this 1 minute. Looks like you have something like this here, and then you have price holding it up right here. Just gonna try and retest this on the 1 minute time frame and see if it could go back down, retest this again. So one side is gonna give. Looks like the sellers are gonna give here. We're gonna let's see what is broken through. We don't need the supply zone anymore. I'm just gonna delete that. All of these gaps are still being held. This gap here, this inversion zone is still being held. This big bearish FEG all the way to the left is being held still. This right here is a bullish inversion. If all these bearish structures weren't here, then this bullish inversion trace back up would be a good setup. You gotta wait for this 13 cross over this 50. All right, it might take this 15-second liquidity here. All right, took out this bearish inversion. Took out this bearish FEG here. So the only thing that's holding price up would be this. So price can pull back down here and then continue upwards. That'd be a good move. Just gonna put an alert right here. See, we could get a pull back into this bullish inversion zone for another setup. It may just tap this bullish FEG here and then go on up without without tapping into this bullish inversion, this bullish gap. So it might just tap here and go up. But if we come all the way back down to this zone and then go back up, then we'll look for a setup there. Is reacting off this bullish FEG. This right here becomes 1 minute. There's a 1 minute liquidity dot right here. I'm just gonna delete this here. Let's see if it attacks this inversion zone. Still hasn't tagged it yet. Alright, there we go. Let's go in the Hakanashi here. See if we can look for an entry. So what I want is a long upper wick. I want a long upper wick, longer upper wick than a shorter wick, and then we'll look for a buy stop for entry. See how this bottom wick is longer? I need an upper wick that's even longer. Alright, 15-second liquidity up here. Alright. Looks like, let me measure this. The top side is longer. Yeah, I would put a buy once it closes. Oh, it's coming back down. Let me see. It's a 2 there. Yeah, let's put a buy limit right there. Alright, tag us in. Let's see if we could get this to continue on up. Go back to the regular candles. TP. Up at this 1 minute liquidity up here. Here we have a bullish inversion, which is nice to keep price up. Stop loss move to break even once it hits this 15-second liquidity here. Nice. Good trade. Really good trade. Price just took off there. Rejecting off this support and resistant area, or this resistant up here that we drew, and just coming back down. Yeah, extremely good entry. All right, not too bad. I'm just gonna run over this trade real quick. That was a good RR on that one. Yeah, price is just gonna come back down and retest this, but all right, I'm gonna run over this trade real quick. So even though it reacted off this bullish gap right here and then went back up, the bullish inversions, this is the setup we're looking for. Price to pull back into this zone and then enter and target this 1 minute liquidity up all the way at the top here. So for our entry, what we're looking for price to do is come back into this zone right here, tap it, switch to a Heikin-Ashi chart. This is gonna I like the Heikin-Ashi just because it, if there's any fake entries or fake out, it'll kind of let me know. But what I'm looking to do is looking to get enter at the break of a 1 minute candle high, which would be like this one right here. But the only thing is sometimes it'll fake you out, and then if you enter there, come back down and then stop you out right here as a fake out and then continue back up. So I use a Heikin-Ashi right here just to eliminate that. What we're looking for a price to do is I need a longer upper wick. Show me that there is there's some sell pressure, but there's also some more buy pressure as well. I'm just gonna play this here. So it's kind of hard to see. This upper wick is actually longer than this lower wick right here. I'm just gonna measure it from this candle body. This 2.5 points. This is 2 points. So I want a break of this guy right here, right, for an entry. Okay, so we entered off right there. The stop should actually be right 2 Heikin-Ashi candles before that, so it'd be 1 2. So our stop, I was already in the trade, but I didn't want it to adjust anything there, just because I would have to close everything out and get back in. So I already had my limit order set, so if I reset everything, then I would have missed out there. But 2 Heikin-Ashi candles before that would be the stop, and then this be entry, and then after that just played up, took off right there, target this 1 minute liquidity, and then came back down. So, yeah, it looks like it's still rejecting that support. No. Yeah, overall good trade. Really good trade. Minus that stop loss that set. It should have been at that other Heikin-Ashi candle. The stop loss should have been on under this Heikin-Ashi candle right here, and not the previous one there. So we'll work on that. I think that, let me see what that return would have been. Yeah, 2.7 instead of like a 2.19 R, but can't be mad. Caught a partial and then caught a full TP today. All right, overall pretty good. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.